and we are live, and we've got look at that, we already got 2 viewers. I'm banging into my mic like a crazy person. So, welcome everybody to our impromptu live stream. That's how we work with the Omaha guys. Are always impromptu. They don't ever plan. It's always by the seat of their pants, you know. So,
we
welcome
plan
to
for some things.
Plan for some things, and
important
we're going to talk
things.
about that. You guys got some big plans, some big plans. So, obviously, we got Travis, Adam, and we got the infamous Tim Lonis from War Chest Creations. Guys, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good, thank you.
Pretty good.
Doing great.
What have you been working on, Tim? What have you been painting besides Adam's stuff?
Besides Adam stuff, right now I'm painting Travis's Marauders.
Yeah.
Man, we all, you guys are lucky. You got like a Tim. You guys got the old veteran and his son Grant. It's like, man, you guys got some great talent that just helps you guys in every endeavor.
Yep. Yeah. So I got Adam's Plague, Travis's Marauders, and Billy's. He hasn't told me what he's going to play for Firefight yet. So
He has no idea.
I think he's waiting for you to decide what army you actually want to play, Tim, and then he'll play something else.
all right, fair enough. He can play Enforcers. I hate those guys.
So it looks like we got some of the Minnesota guys. It looks like we've got so some of the guys on. Obviously, if you're on Facebook, you do have to tell StreamYard that they can have access to your name. But welcome to the stream, Matthew Schaefer and Kyle. Looking forward to it. And so a couple of the guys that are coming down to Adepticon, I think, right?
Was Matt?
Well, or at the very least coming to what we're here to talk about tonight, the Best of the Rest event, right?
I hope Matt shows up.
Right. No, it was Connor that couldn't make Adepticon this year,
Yeah.
but he's definitely coming to Masters, from what I understood. So
Does he have? Did he have a good excuse though, or a good alibi?
I think it's his sister's wedding or something like that.
Okay.
So
That's legit. That's legit.
depends. How
Little
much
weak.
do you like that sister? Do you have more than one? Because it's fine if you miss one of the weddings.
Well, let's start with kind of an overview of what we're going to do tonight. I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about Best of the Rest. Connor is ducking me. Got it. Thanks. Hey, Felix, I appreciate you giving access to StreamYard so I know who you are without having to look at another screen. Felix is the consummate professional, so we really appreciate that. But tonight we're going to talk about Best of the Rest, and specifically, registration is going to open tonight, and we're going to walk through the process, the website. I think you guys are going to be, well, I think it's going to blow some people away at the level of, this new tool you guys have is amazing, and we want to show this new tool and unveil it to the world, and then hopefully we'll get some signups tonight. So. I don't know, Adam, as a preamble, why don't you kind of maybe talk a little bit about just in general, like what do you got planned for Best of the Rest / US Masters?
Well, we got a lot of stuff in the works here, but tonight we'll reveal the tournament software, which is going to be where all the information will be on here. So we're going to have our rules pack for Best of the Rest. We'll have the paint rubric available, so everybody has eyes on that and knows what they'll be graded on months in advance. And then for those that are going to be traveling, we got hotel links, so you can start signing up for the hotels. We also have a form for shuttle requests. So if you're flying in, fill out this form that we got here, and we'll get you a ride to and from the airport. And we'll also be shuttling people from hotel to venue for day of the events. So, we got a lot of stuff we've been working on that we'll be revealing tonight, and a lot more in the works. Gosh, what am I missing, Trav? We got a lot of other stuff, but
We're working on stuff. That's all that matters.
Well,
yeah,
before
we
we
got
get into
terrain coming too.
I was going to say, before we get into the real meat and potatoes of the discussion, we do need to talk to Tim, because obviously Tim Lonis, War Chest Creations, your favorite Etsy store or your favorite website, right, to buy your 3D printed armies and all of the widgets that he has brought upon the world. So, Tim, how's the business going? And got any new tech, new products coming down the pipe?
Yeah, dude, business is great. Keeps me hopping. pisses my wife off, I think, but that takes up all my time. New products coming. I'm always working on something. There's always something brewing. I have, Rob, taken some of your feedback on the widget set and incorporated that. So you'll be seeing that here soon. And then I believe I might have shared with you, I'm working on some magnetic modular, like dead zone type terrain. So
It
it'll
looks
all
sweet.
just
It looks
snap
sweet.
together. Yep. And then
And
pack
it
away
stores
nice and
flat.
easy.
Stores flat, which is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Absolutely. That's kind of the big things I'm working on right now. Just iterating through that.
Awesome. Travis, you got anything you want to add? Anything? Any
Just
big events coming up?
going to Adepticon next, I guess, almost next month since tomorrow's February. But yeah, just working on this with Adam and Tim and the guys, and yeah, hopefully having a good event in the summer. Already looking forward to that. So just kind of continue working on stuff.
Awesome. Adam, you got anything you want to mention before we get into this?
Just excited. We got a good year planned ahead of us here, so yeah, we're working Travis real hard over here.
Yep,
That's why he
tiresome.
looks like
Always
that.
tired, man. No
But yeah,
sleep.
just really excited is where we're at now.
Well, awesome. Should we get into it? I think what we want to do first, I guess, is show the website that people will be using to create an account and sign up. Is that right? So I'm the test guinea pig, I guess. So let's add this to the stream, and hopefully everybody can see this. We'll be putting the link to this website in the chats, both on Facebook and on YouTube here in a couple of minutes. All right, guys, I'm on this thing. Where do I go next? So I guess I go to register. Probably where I need to go.
Yep. So we're on tabletopscore.com. That's Tim's website. So we're gonna get you an account here. So simple enough. Register.
Caps lock on. All right. Do I already have a password? Maybe I do. I don't know. Looks like my luck.
And if you already have an account, that's all right.
Tim, my password doesn't match. What
just wipe that out and retype it.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If it works. User already exists, so I do have an account.
Right. So go to sign in then.
All right, go to sign in.
And then put in that user and password here.
I'll say account registration. It's nothing that you shouldn't expect. You're going to enter your name, your email, create a password. The system's going to send you an email with a verification link. Once you click the verification link, your account will be activated.
And I'm going to get my password reset because I have no idea what it was. So we're going to... coming... Tim, could you send me my password by any chance?
Yeah, just real quick, tell everybody what his password is.
Right. Well, I wish I could because I don't even remember it.
I mean, it's only 4.
You know what we could do, though? We probably could just... let's go back here. We probably could just... Let's see private chat. Look in the chat, see if anybody's on yet. Doesn't look like there's any new comments. We still have a few people watching, though. That's awesome. Comments. What we got?
Wouldn't trust this either.
They don't trust what we say.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No. Well, that's why I'm the guinea pig running through this, right?
We figure if we can get Rob through, then everybody else should have an easy
Correct.
time.
All right.
I mean, everyone will already have an easier time. They're starting from scratch.
Right. Rob somehow has an account here.
I probably have an account
There's
from when I
one
used the software at last year's Kings of
Yeah,
Memphis,
I was going to say,
which is coming up in June. But the problem is I'm still waiting on, or the difficulty is we're still confirming the venue, whether we're going to be back at the store and cap it at 36 players, or if we're going to move to an external venue and cap it at like 60. So who's that? Was that? Oh, Jason Burr. So yeah, guys, those of you on Facebook, you definitely have to give access to StreamYard to allow. Let me go over here. All right, let me just do this. It is not taking any of my passwords. See what happens. Oh, it's I had to use the one that was stored.
Oh,
Okay,
Hey, look, it's the same one.
oh, it worked.
it
Your
worked.
computer knew what the password was.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
trying to like tell it what to do. And he's like, no. All right, so what do I do now? If I've already registered,
Amazing.
do I go?
So you got an account. So in the top right now, it says search for an event up there.
All right.
So type best. Just type best.
All right.
Boom.
Look at that. Best of the rest
And look at there.
2023. Oh, there's already 3 people signed up, but I better get on it.
Yep. So
500. The
click
capacity is 500. I like it.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a
not even a cap.
placeholder.
Yeah.
It's not.
Let's see.
So go ahead and I didn't
All
even
right.
catch that one.
Yeah, there's so many riveting internet content right now. All right, so what am I'm clicking here, right?
Yep. And that'll open up the event.
Whoa!
And
Look at this.
all you have to do is hit sign up.
Okay. Boom.
And there you
Oh, look
go.
at Tyler
Sign
and
up.
Tyler and Billy beat me to it.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
But on the
Even-
top
Mm-hmm.
top of the page here, go to the event details tab.
Right here on this side, or
Middle.
Nope. So to
Middle.
the right, there's in the
okay.
middle, there's rankings, round
oh, I
results.
see it. Event details right here. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So go ahead, click that, and that'll take you back to the details you saw before you signed
Oh,
up.
this is great. So I'm gonna guess here. I don't know this for sure, but I'm gonna guess all this stuff is pretty useful information. So
Yeah, that's kind of why it's here.
because if I can do it, Keith, anybody can do it. That's the point.
Because Rob's the only one actually signing up to play in this tournament. So
Well, what he's saying is I can't make the Masters. All right, so that gets you access to the the pack, and so
Yep.
okay,
full pack. A lot of the other links are in there. The pack is complete as well as it can be. The one main thing that's going to be updated later is the scenarios. So that's the highlighted section there.
I see it
so,
with the yellow. The pool is determined now. So
yeah. So
because
for
the Masters will vote on that, and then you'll use the same scenarios.
Right.
I got it.
Yep.
Awesome.
So in the pack, you'll see we'll be using blackjack scoring just like the Masters. The event will be 5 games for best of the rest and only 6 for Masters. Withdrawal rule is in effect with the -1. There will be no allies this year. So yeah, all the details are in there. So review that as necessary. And then we'll go back to the links here.
All right, go back to the links. We got so this hotel is just gonna tell me where everybody's staying.
So go ahead, click on it. It's just the link
Okay.
to the our link for our group rates for the event.
How many rooms do you
So-
have? Is there a limit?
They didn't give me a limit, but right now they have 15 reserved for our group rate, and then once we hit that cap, I'll have to communicate with them. They'll up it, and then it'll just be have to kind of keep the communication flowing. So our group rate's good Thursday nights through Sunday night. They said if you want to extend it or come in earlier and have that group rate, you can give them a call and they can make sure that's adjusted accordingly. But yeah, it's just sign up for the nights you're going to stay.
Awesome.
And if you run into an issue, please just message me directly, and I will make sure they add rooms to the rate this as soon as I can. So
Awesome. All right. Well, we did have a comment. You know, I mean, this is the hotel that you guys have picked out that everybody's most people will probably be staying at. But yeah, I think there probably is more than one hotel.
No, this is the only one,
yeah.
Matt. You have to stay with us. Deal with it.
there are a
Adam
couple
and I will be
others.
here as well.
Yes. I have booked the first room. So, but
Hey,
there
Adam,
are others in the area.
With that hotel, did you not book a hospitality room for some after event parties?
Oh, we did. Yeah. So our hospitality room is a conference center. It says it can hold like 40 to 50 people. So the idea, this is Travis's wheelhouse, but the idea it sounded like was he's just going to turn that into an open bar, basically. Maybe a couple snacks, but pretty much just kegs and hard liquor and just that filled there. And then everybody else can bring stuff and add it to it and have a good time.
Awesome.
Is that what you're thinking, Trav?
I mean, if that's what it turns into. I mean, we have the lounge area is adjacent to it, so like we'll have it all over.
Yep. And we're allowed food and drinks at this place. We'll have it all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's where the party will happen.
Don't worry, Keith. I don't have to count to 40.
Hey, I'm just glad that Keith actually gave his name, the rights to his name to StreamYard. So, and it's, I guess maybe he did it one time on our last live stream, and now it's good to go for the rest of the, for the end of all days. So looking at this, so we went to the tournament pack, we went to the hotel. Then I guess this is the painting rubric. So this is what we will be, or what you will be using. So it looks like, okay, so I think it's probably important you guys take a time and maybe walk through, because this is different, right? You self-score, but then there's 3 independent judges judging every army. So why don't you talk us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the goal or the idea with this painting rubric is to try to take as much bias out of the judging as possible. And the way that we determine to do that is to have just more than one judge grading. So for masters, there will be a guaranteed 3 judges. For best of the rest, depending on numbers, there will be at least 2, but ideally there will be 3 judges. So each judge is going to grade. So there are 4 categories. It's a scale of a 1 to 10 in each of those categories. We're not going to go through each descriptor, but essentially there's basing, there's painting, there's theme, and then there's creativity. And each judge will put their grade.
Well, I mean, they're biased to the good armies, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
The better armies are going to score higher.
But I mean, there have been things in the past where if one paint judge has to judge over 100 armies in a weekend, the first army they look at versus the last army they look at, maybe that's the amount of time they spent could have varied. So we have dedicated judges that will not be playing in the event that will be coming around and doing this. They will also be doing this outside of playing hours. So it'll be Friday night or Saturday night that your army will be on display and judged. So that way it's set up the way you want it to be. So the self-judging is just to have kind of a baseline, and then there's plenty of space for notes here. So you self-judge, you write some notes that you want the judges to understand why you gave yourself that score, and then the judges will come through and agree with you, increase the score, decrease the score. So the self judge is not actually taken into account for the final results.
It's a jumping off point for the actual judges to start at, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, awesome. That's pretty. I mean, I don't think we've done that before. I think it's similar to what Adepticon does. Adepticon, I know, like the old Warhammer tournaments used to do that, where they have multiple judges. And what it does is, if you got a certain judge that has a specific preference for a type of army style, it doesn't overshadow anything. Like they're just one vote of many. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So this is hopefully the most fair that we can get when it comes to paint judging. So that is our goal.
Awesome. Well, then the next one obviously is self-explanatory. I'm assuming you click pay now. You can send you to PayPal. You can send some money, right?
Yep.
So
Send me the money.
send him the money. And we did notice there's the cost for Best of the Rest. And this is a change, right? Even for
Yeah.
Masters. Normally Masters, we would put it on the committee chairs to collect all the money and stuff. And now it's all done through the website. So that's nice. Nice change.
Yep.
You want to highlight on that
so-
now?
Yeah. So anybody that is either on the edge or knows that they're going to make their region's Masters team, please go ahead and just sign up for the Best of the Rest. And if you want to get the payment out of the way now, earlier is better for us. We get more money to spend on prize supports and other things before the event. Anybody that does make the Masters teams, once those are settled, we'll just move you from this event to the Masters event, and any payments will carry over as well. So please, especially if you're going to make the Masters team, go ahead and sign up.
And then the next thing you got on the list here, meal survey. Let's click on that. So why don't you walk us through, through this, but there's some meals that are going to be available at the event, right?
Well, not just available. Your ticket entry includes lunch for both Saturday and Sunday. So for those that were unaware, the event's being held out of a high school here in Omaha, and there's not a lot of just quick things to grab from the high school. So it's going to be easier for us running the event, getting you in and out both days, if we just bring in the meals for everybody both Saturday and Sunday. So one of these days we're going to have chicken strips. The other day we're going to have pizza. So we understand that that doesn't meet everybody's dietary restrictions. So if you do have a dietary restriction, that's the first question. So you can explain to us if you're vegetarian, if you're lactose intolerant, anything like that. Please describe that to us. Once the event comes closer, I'll be reaching out to those with the dietary restrictions and giving a more options that'll be customized to them. And then also you get to select which type of pizza. We're just doing one type of pizza. Okay, Keith. Is that a dietary restriction?
I'm bringing him a meat
everybody's that.
popsicle. He's getting one.
All right. All right. Is that just a beef jerky stick? I want one.
You'll see what it is.
That's a great question. Yeah.
So if you have a preference for a certain type of pizza, that was also one of the questions there.
Yeah,
so.
down here. Sausage, pepperoni, or look at this. Any pizza is good. That's the correct answer, right? That's the correct answer. Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. So next on the list is the shuttle request form. Why don't you walk through what that is for?
I'm going to let Tim take this one real quick here.
Oh, you would do that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
So Adam's working on rounding up local Omaha drivers so that for all the folks traveling in from out of town, flying in, we can pick you up from the airport, get you to the venue, get you to your hotel, and then get you back out. So this form, pretty simple. Who you are, what your name is, contact number. If you fill all that out, you go to the next there.
Flip.
Yeah, you're going to have to actually fill some stuff out.
No.
I like it. And then this is just going to ask you what airline are you flying, what's your flight number, what time are you getting in, and then all of this, it reports back to us. We'll collect all the data and make sure that we have drivers scheduled at the appropriate times to get you guys.
It's going to be a great tool to coordinate, because I know that's always been a challenge for whoever's hosting the Masters to coordinate getting people. Like I know in Seattle, it wasn't close to the airport. I don't know. I mean, how far from the airport is the high school or the venue, the hotel?
20 miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not terribly far.
Not crazy.
20 to 30-minute drive, depending on the traffic. But
You guys have traffic in Omaha? I thought it was a little city.
It's our style traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
An accident. That's traffic.
Fair enough. Well, that's awesome though, because you can just schedule a ride for to and from the airport to the airport for departure. That's awesome. So you're thinking about people as they're leaving, right? And I'm assuming if you click yes here, they'll follow. You guys will follow up. Oh, there's another.
Yep, there's a next. Yep. So then it's same thing. What airline are you flying? When are you
I
flying?
gotcha. Departure information. That's awesome. This is very helpful, and I think sort of formulaic to the point where it makes you give all the information, so you guys will have all the stuff that you need to be able to build your fleet of vehicles as they come back and forth from the airport.
Yep. And once we get the actual data, we'll identify what needs to happen. But ideally, we're going to group it up into like 30-minute periods, 45-minute periods, where if there's going to be a half dozen guys arriving between 1 and 1:45 on Thursday, then we'll have a single driver that'll be there by 1:45. So you might wait and have to congregate with some other people to get a carpool going. But the idea is that you won't have to pay for an Uber or a ride to get to the hotel.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then I noticed you got this other tab down here, local restaurants. Let's click on that and see what we got.
You need to show Felix's comment here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, for sure.
Billy in a suit. This will be good.
Make him.
He needs to have the chauffeur hat on.
Is he allowed to have shorts as his pants? Because I don't think that
Can he have
pants.
Can he have the board say Senor Castro?
Yes.
So this link, I guess it takes you to, well, it shows you where the hotel is, right?
Yep.
And I'm assuming, Tim, this is the hotel right here?
The blue pin is the hotel, and yeah, everything else are all the restaurants around.
You got all the red restaurants. That's awesome. It'll show.
And if you zoom in even further,
zoom in, and
there's going to be a lot more that pop up. Those orange ones,
awesome
fast food joints and stuff. So, so just kind of looking at this map here to the north, across West Center Road there. There's a kind of a restaurant district. There's quite a few restaurants, a couple bars over there, and then even further to the east, without having to cross any major streets, to the little bit further south here.
Oh, down here.
Blue.
I see the pins over here. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I see nothing but cakes. That's all I need. That's all I need. Just give me some cakes.
Yeah, so we're the hotel is kind of wedged between two kind of popular restaurants and bar district areas there. So many different options within walking distance. Our hospitality room, unfortunately, does have to close around 11 o'clock. So we're going to pregame you up, and then you can go out to one of these bars here and finish the night strong. So
awesome. Well, I mean, just to kind of recap the website, I mean, we're going to put the link on the Facebook page and YouTube, and we'll post it everywhere. Go there, register for the event, and then sign up. So once you register for an account, you'll sign up for a Best of the Rest event. And if you're in the Masters, just sign up anyways. And when you make the Masters team and Adam and company are told that you're on the Southeast team, they will just move you over to the right event. And then once you're registered, you can do a search, and you get, obviously the event details are all here. Get your tournament pack, which has got your rules pack, and tabletopscore.com. And by the way, this is the website that Tim created a little whiles back, and many people have used it. I had a great time. I used it last year at Kings of Memphis 2. I will be using it again for Kings of Memphis 3. It's fantastic software. It does everything you think it should do and more. So, and this website, which is the software, right? It'll have, once the stuff goes live, this is where you'll get your, the rankings of where you are on the list of players in terms of performance, as well as the round results. And it'll give you your pairings and table assignments and all of that stuff. So a lot more details, but yeah, this tournament pack, this is your player pack. This is your hotel to make reservations to the hotel that the guys have picked. And, this is your paint rubric. This is how you pay your $75 to register and pay for the event. Then your meal survey, because as Adam said, you're going to have a meal on Saturday and Sunday. It runs on anything that runs internet, as far as I know. Right? Is that right, Tim?
Yep.
Yeah. Runs on a phone, runs
It's
on a tablet.
it's a website. It's not an app. So
It's not an app. It's not an app. And then we get the meal surveyed, so you can give the guys some information in terms of what you're looking for the Saturday and Sunday lunch. If you are coming in via an airplane and you need a ride to or from the airport, this is the request form to make that happen. And then this is just the local restaurants is just a link to helps you identify some places that are close to the venue, right? Different restaurants, and there's a lot. It looks like there's lots to do, but as you said, Adam, there's not like during the day. There's not a lot right next to the high school, which is why you guys are bringing in lunch. But at dinner time, there's lots of options.
Yeah, the hotel has a lot of options within a short walk, like quarter mile, half mile. The high school is actually quite a big high school, so it takes you a quarter mile, half mile to get off the campus to even get to some place that would have food. So, yeah.
So what else do we want to talk about in terms of, obviously, so signups are now open. We have posted the link to the website, which we'll do it again here, tabletopscore.com. Get in there, sign up, be the first. Maybe maybe you'll get a prize for being the first person. It looks like though you already have somebody registered for. So maybe there's somebody already that signed up, which is pretty awesome.
I think you can see.
Well, Adam, you're signed in the background as the admin.
Yeah.
So
right. Yep.
It'll always be off by one from what they see.
Okay. They should be able to see who signed up already.
Right.
Tim,
so
right?
When Rob goes to the
in rankings,
who's there?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
yeah, if you click on the rankings, it'll show everybody that's signed up for the event, and make sure that if you've got a club affiliation, make sure you're putting it in there.
So let me throw a couple things out there, Rob. Go back to event details real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get closer to that event, that submit list button, you can go ahead and submit your list that way. If you submit it and decide you want to change it, you can just drop it and resubmit it. That'll be important. And then you mentioned the club. I'm glad you mentioned that. That top right there, you got the little silhouette of the person. That's your profile. Go ahead, hit settings. So here you can go ahead, type in your club, Rob. You can change your password there if you want.
Oh, look at that. Oh, nice.
And then, so your club, you can go ahead and put your phone number in, check to receive messages if you want when the event is running. This system will send you text messages telling you who your opponent is, what table you're playing on, what scenario you're playing. It'll give you a copy of their list. It basically gives you everything except playing the game for you. So,
I need to do that last thing. That's what I need.
I'm working on that feature.
Okay, that's awesome. And then once you've signed up, you'll be able to click on my events, and it'll
always be there. Yep.
Yeah, and then from there you can see all the cool stuff. I guess open it up to the floor. If does anybody on the live stream, if they have any questions, put your questions in. Obviously we got the guys on. If you have any specific questions about the event or the website or the software, now would be a great time to post questions. And
correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, but I think ideally you want to be able to open this up to anybody to be able to run an event and utilize this website going forward. Is it ready to go at that point, or?
So the intent will be that anyone can use it to run events going forward. Right now, anyone that registers, they're going to register as a player account. If you've got an event that you'd like to run, just reach out to me and I'll flip you over to a TO account. That will be a process that's done through the app at a later time. But for now, it's a manual thing that I'll have to do for you.
Yeah. So when it's fully ready to go, I know there's a couple events out there, but you'll be able to search for. You can just leave a blank search, and you would be able to see all the events
Look at that.
using.
Boom.
So right So right now there's a checkbox just below the events that says show completed events. So you can uncheck that, and then these are the ones that are upcoming at this point.
Riddle of Steel and the
So,
best of the rest.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
So-
Yeah, Riddle of Steel is only a couple weeks away
Yep.
on February 18th, and they got room for 22 players in Southern California. So that sounds like a great event. Yeah, the software is great. Once you go to the website, no matter how you access it, you'll get your pairings, you'll get the table assignments, you can see everybody's list. It's super cool. It text message you, it emails you, it pretty much any way that you can be contacted, it will do that, and it will make sure you know. The hardest part are Luddites like me, though, being able to enter your scores, right? That's the hardest part. But yeah, I think this is a great software.
To answer Keith's question, you can get picked up in Des Moines. It's just not going to be by us. I can give you a couple of people that we know that live in Des Moines, and you can work it out with them. Stephen DeRose, if you're watching, that's the main one. So
that's right. Yeah. Awesome. Well, guys, what did we not cover?
Well, if you really like Omaha, you can come a month and a half earlier from Best of the Rest and join us at Bug Eater.
And you guys, I'm assuming you guys use the same website for that, right? Once Bug Eater registrations is open, you'll be able to put it up in here, right?
Yep. So Bug Eater, it's not just a Kings of War event. So there's Bug Eater GT.com, I think it is. If you Google Bug Eater, the registration is open. So you can go sign up there. First weekend in June. The player pack for that has been kind of put on the back burner, so it's not 100% ready to go yet, but we will likely be using a lot of similarities to the Best of the Rest and add in a special character, which this year I believe it's the Old Man from the North is the special character. Is that right, Trav?
Sounds like it. Yep.
It's bugeatergames.com is the website. So, and this is where you can come and you can get your tickets and you can see the schedule and all the games that are being played. And it's a great event. It's in the same venue that the Best of the Rest is going to be in. So if you want to come and kind of kick the tires, so to speak, this would be an opportunity to do that. So it's a great event.
So yeah, Rob, to answer your question, we will have the Bug Eater event in this software. So you'll do the same thing, register for it. You just won't pay through this.
Right.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. And if you are thinking about coming to Bug Eater, just reach out to me. I got room to put people up in my house. If you're cool with not being guaranteed a bed, might have an air mattress or a couch or something, but I got plenty of room. Rob stayed with me last year, along with, 18, 20 other guys?
Well, as before I had my CPAP machine too, so I think I snored people out in that basement. Poor Trent was like 5 feet from me, and I think he didn't get any sleep that weekend. So, yeah.
He was passed out when I went downstairs. So
fair enough. Yeah. Well, guys, is there anything else we want to touch on? Is there anything we need that we didn't hit on that we need to mention? One of the things I was going to talk about or ask you guys about terrain. That was something you guys are trying to do for this event.
Tim, that's your area of expertise.
Go, Tim, go.
I hate when you kick this stuff over to me. Yeah, so
Why
terrain.
we have you on.
Yeah, thanks. So terrain for masters at the very least. One of the intents behind that will be having very uniform terrain for all the tables. Uniform being in sizing. So each table will have the same count and same size of terrains. However, each table, the intent right now is to have unique terrain on each table. So every table will look different, but they will all be equal and fair. Adam, you want to add anything to that?
I was just going for equal and fair. Personally, I don't care if it's the same building on 32 tables. But Tim is the overachiever that said, no, that's not fun. I'm going to make 32 unique terrain sets for the events. So, but yeah, it's just great stuff. And again, just a big thanks to Tim and War Chest Creations. Without him, a lot of this stuff that we're able to reveal today would not even be possible to have for this event. So big thank you.
Rob, you're finding experimental features there.
Yeah, I just saw that
Let's say
a time
this.
clock. So I imagine by the time we have this event, the time clock will be available for you to use. And I was just gonna pop in here. I'm sure it tells you in here 65 minutes per player. So you guys have thought of everything.
So far, but if there is a gap or questions, please. So we're only human here, so let us know if there's something that you guys feel we've missed or need clarification on. That's what we want to do, is make sure that we've got all our bases covered before the event gets here. So,
Well, awesome, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to walk people through how they register for an account on tabletopscore.com, how you sign up for the event, Best of the Rest 2023, how you get to all these awesome links. I think it's going to be, I think in terms of the sign up process is probably the best we've ever had. So I'm really excited to see. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see how many people we get for Best of the Rest. I think we have a good shot of, I don't know, was it like 50? How many did we have at Best of the Rest in New York?
I think they were pushing 50, mid 40s maybe.
Yeah.
But
We could certainly beat that.
I know we broke 100 people total between Masters and Best of the Rest in New York.
Awesome. Well, if there's nothing else, guys, we'll go ahead and close the stream down. Thanks for coming on, Tim, Travis, and Adam. We really appreciate you guys taking the time.
Thanks for having us, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
All right. Well, that's going to do us tonight. Until next time, keep countercharging. Thanks, everybody.